Let's talk about the ongoing African Nations Championships. Kenya's Harambee Stars will face Morocco's Atlas Lions today in a crucial game, Group A encounter at the Moi International Sports Centre in Kasarani. The match carries high stakes, with Kenya leading the group on 4 points and Morocco close behind with 3 from one game. Now, victory for Kenya would seal a quarter-final spot, while Morocco could take control of the group with a win. Now, Morocco arrive on a 14-match unbeaten chance streak, while Kenya remain unbeaten at home against them. And both sides must navigate tactical challenges, with Kenya missing suspended midfielder Marvin Nabwire and weighing the return of striker Masoud Juma. And the clash also reunites coaches Benni McCarthy and Tarik Sektioui, adding personal history to an already very, very crucial contest. We're being joined by one of Nairobi and Kenya's finest sports journalists, Bonface Osano, African football expert and sports consultant. Bonface, thank you so much for coming through tonight. Do I sense tension on your face? Do I see some sort of apprehension ahead of this match?
How are you guys over there? The tension here is palpable. It's a big match this evening. Kenya hosting Morocco, and I think everybody thinks that is going to be a tough match, especially for the Harambee Stars. But of course, we've seen what has been happening in the tournament. A bit of surprising results here and there. But if you look at the quality of Morocco, I watched them against Angola. It's one team that is very organized in terms of tactics and just discipline around how they execute their work. Because Angola was known to possess, that's their strength, they possess the ball a lot. But against Morocco, Morocco simply started to sit back and allow them to have the ball, enjoy the match. But at the end of the game, it was 2-0 in favor of Morocco. So that's the quality that Kenya is going up against this afternoon.
But if a lot of people have said that this African Nations Championship is pretty much a test, or do I say an examination of the individual leagues in African football, that the winners or the teams that tend to do well are those whose leagues are pretty strong. Now, you cannot deny the fact that the Moroccan Butula Pro is one of the top 5 leagues in African football. What does this say for Kenyan football if they can overcome a Moroccan team that is drawn from the very best, one of the very best leagues in Africa?
I think it's fair to say that Chan is more of a test or a proof of the strength of the individual countries that are taking place here in terms of their league. And Botola is actually the best. I want to believe it's one of the best in Africa. So Kenya getting a result against them today, I would say it's going to be a miracle. But you see, when you're hosting a tournament like this, it's just it's not just about the football. There are other dynamics, and if you've been following, the Kenyan team has been getting a lot of support, a lot of incentives from the government. The fans have been showing us up in very large numbers. So today's match is not just going to be about the strength of Moroccan league compared to the strength of the Kenyan league. There's more at stake. Actually, the government, through the president, that's William Ruto, has made a pledge that if they win, every match they win, each player gets like $100,000. So that's some good money. So they got it in the first match against the DRC, and the boys are fired up. So it's more than the strength of the leagues of each of the countries participating. But of course, you can say the same for Tanzania. Tanzanian league has been growing in leaps and bounds, and I think it's now in the top 10 in Africa. And I think it's the first country so far to qualify to the quarterfinals of the competition. So they've been playing very well. Some of the notable faces that we've been seeing doing well in the CAF competitions, they are showing the same in this tournament. So yes, it's a test of the strength of our leagues. But as for Kenya, I want to say it's more than that. It's about the pride, it's about the support that the boys are getting. Yeah.
Okay, Bonface, I can guarantee you that here in Nigeria, you can have 100% support that you will beat Morocco. But first, and before we let you go, let me congratulate you on being our guest with the best background in the history of any of our sports shows, loving the fresh air, loving the natural environment. If there was a prize to give you, you are the guest that has had the best ever background in the history of News Central. Thank you so much for coming through today, and all the very best.
Thanks so much. I'm glad to be in this show. I'm in the village actually, so I'm enjoying the fresh air.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. If this is how a Kenyan village looks like, I'm sure we can.